I just love working with people who can write bigger checks. And I remember hearing that at a conference over in the States one day, and made me think very differently about what you can actually do to go and look after people with a higher average sale price. Now, inside of every real estate business, there are two foundational questions. How did I meet the seller, and what did I do to bring them to market? And if I'm going to step up in terms of average sale price, when the seller sells through me, where do they go to? Because that next market that they buy into, even if they don't buy from me, is actually maybe the next marketplace that I could grow up into. And this is a really interesting conversation to think about the data and the relationships that your business already has. So where did all of your sellers move to? And in addition to that, where do all of your landlords live? And in addition to that, what about all the landlords that were archived? Where do they actually live? And this is an interesting conversation, is that no one's thinking about the principal place of residence of where the landlords and the archive landlords actually live. Now, think about what actually happens inside of any business is that ultimately, as a property manager, you're there, you're working with a landlord, all of a sudden they make the decision to sell their investment property, they sell it, and all of a sudden we archive the landlord and we think, you know what, no two shall meet. We never will deal with them again. Not yet thinking, well, hang on a second, where do all of those archive landlords actually live? Now, we know that 10% of all property management businesses every year will be archived because that's the natural attrition rate of what actually happens in business. But now what I want to know is that how many of those 100 landlords actually live in our local area that are now archived that we've never gone out there to go and give them an idea on what their principal place of residence is worth. Then how do I make a better decision about increasing the quantity of the marketing that I do and upping the quality of the marketing that I do in relation to the videos that we produce, the sound effects inside of those videos, the size of the signboards out the front of homes, and actually the whole idea about how we're going to go and position our product and our service in the stylization of our photography, the way we write copy, what it is that we do as an agent for great real estate agent marketing. And this is that whole idea that if I went into your marketplace right now and I just asked you a very simple question, where are all of the expensive homes? What are the expensive streets? And what are the particular buildings where we know that ultimately there's some more expensive apartments in our medium to high density zones? That's the skill set about what a great agent does, is they get very intentional about developing a secondary market outside of their primary. The primary is the normal mum and dad stuff that turns every day, but the secondary market is the really juicy stuff that you can go after that will drag up the average sale price over time. You know, at the end of the day, you're never going to be able to go and sell more expensive homes unless you make the decision that that's somewhere where you want to go. You're going to stand out the front of the same two open for inspections. One you might get paid $15,000. The other one you might get paid $25,000, $50,000, or even $100,000 for. It's your decision. Bring the skill set to the table. Make the decision to be able to lift up that average sale price. Remember that small fish are sweet, but learn how to have at least 25% of your listings in the marketplace that you want to go after. That decision to become more aspirational, more ambitious, is all about a decision about seriously getting better around what it is that you do.